between here and New Jersey or Connecticut or anywhere I've traveled in the United States to speak, the cover changes, but the inside remains the same. All right? It's about marketing. It's about the company itself. And these are all good things. All right? Not to take away from that. But what I want you to think about is if you have, all right, a basket on each side, and if before we were putting most of the emphasis on the marketing for our services, all right, I want you to think about removing them from the basket, putting them on the side for now. Now your basket's empty. Now I want you to fill the basket with what your true value is. You are a project manager. It has nothing to do with how long to find the ready, willing, able buyer. You think we would get paid more when we have to service them longer. You see, so sometimes we're doing our own damage, but we don't realize it. So I want you to take that out, all that wonderful marketing that you have, all right, your brand name recognition, and I want you to think about your services that you provide, the things that the consumer doesn't know about us. They're never going to know unless we bring it to the table and evidence it to them. All right? When you can evidence your value, a couple of things happen now. You separate, you're not all the same from the person who might have been there before. Even if somebody comes in after you, you're no match.
They're no match.
All right? They're no match. Sorry. That's right. You didn't get that on film, did you?
You can edit it.
So the basket now becomes your services, that project manager. I like to say, think of a deal from hell. We all had a deal from hell. All right? And just think about how thick that file is, that deal from hell. Well, it's almost like wanting to bring that file. I mean, this is my listing presentation. Here's what I do. All right? That's almost the psychology of it. Now what happens is when you evidence this to the sellers and they're seeing something and you're showing, all right, all of a sudden that possible FISBO who thought just advertising was what you did maybe starts to have second thoughts. Oh my God, I didn't know that you did all this. Right? But the best thing is now you take that marketing that you used possibly as the, most of your services, and you offer that as the cherry on the cake. Oh, and by the way, Maria, these are my, my services for exposure on your home. This is a bonus. Bonus? The other agent was just charging me for that. Well, this is my bonus. See? So you look at what should you now be putting in this, quote, listing presentation. I'm using my old term, presentation. I really prefer to use consultation. All right? Because as a consultant, you are Dina, I was just getting into it. As a consultant, all right, you go on consultations. All right, so please, don't tell people you're salespeople or I'm an associate broker. First of all, they think you're all brokers. Because they don't, the broker stands in their head, they don't know what the difference is. All right? So, make sure you have that resume. All right? I cannot encourage you enough to use that resume immediately. And that's the same resume that when we talk about buyers in a few minutes, all right, it's the same resume. One resume, you're one person, unless you're schizophrenic, then you could have two, but I hope not. All right? And you use it for your buyer as well. The agenda, all right, outline. The outline of what you're going to be discussing. The steps in a successful sale. When people look at this, they're like, what? What is all of this? All right? Somebody said to me once, oh, I don't know, Deb. I don't want to overwhelm them. Yes, you do. All right? Yes, you do. You do want to overwhelm them. Because right now, they've been thinking for a long time that we get paid a lot of money and we do nothing. All right? So it's up to us to change that perception. All right? The steps that are involved in a ready, willing, and able buyer. A financial review worksheet. I did a class in, I do programs right directly in offices. I work with small groups. And I was in Staten Island. and the manager there she was in real estate about 30 years or so. Now, you know, when we started in real estate, we didn't have mortgage consultants coming into the office and doing our work. All right, it was us and the calculator, you know, and the 440 FHA plan. Remember that one? How it made us crazy. And we did the calculations ourselves with the worksheet. And it's the same worksheet. We were hysterical because I pulled it out and I said, this is what we need. Because we want to be able, it's not that we're going to, it's not for us to do the financing, of course, but it's to be able to show our knowledge. See, knowledge is an asset also. Power. All right. So there's financial review worksheet, evidencing possible risks of pre-approvals, the credit report, credit authorization, sample of purchase, inspections, what are they looking for, sample contract, mortgage commitment, evidencing commission choices. All right, now, sometimes here, we have to be able to be very confident in what our fees are and what our value is. And sometimes it's always comfortable, it's not comfortable rather, when we might say to a homeowner, you know, this is my fee, I need to make sure that I show you my value, because you do have choices out there. All right, you could have somebody else who could come in and would probably do it for half. All right, but this is, again, it is one of the most important assets. See, I don't want to be afraid to say that to someone, because when I can go and back up what I'm showing them, what I'm doing, what they're hiring me for, all right, the confidence comes through. And that confidence is a tremendous value to us, as we said before.